Independent client, customer Fraser. This is a follow-up on the plumbing electrical. We came up today and spent an hour or two going through all of the master bath and upstairs kitchen, downstairs kitchen, all the pantry areas. There's a few things here. I'm going to make one video to cover all of that. The first thing we will start here is the laundry room. At this point, they've studded in a small half wall, this half wall right here. And the problem I've got is that with the original drawing, this has already been ordered. We have 18-inch cabinet, 2-inch filler, and 33 for the sink base. We have 63 inches of cabinets. Well, right now, this is 69 inches long. 66 is our actual cabinet length. But besides that, this thickness is going to build out almost 4 inches with sheetrock, 4 inches out into the room. And what's going to happen is that here in front of the actual work area, electrician's telling me that they have to have a good 30 inches at least of work area in front of this to match code. These are where all of the electrical is being pulled to inside the house. So that being said, this walk space is getting kind of tight. It all came from where the plumbing was done this way on the outside of the wall to the interior of this. Now, they're done with the brick and stuff on the outside of the house. One of the things me and the electrician was talking about today is maybe we could take this and take it and put it in that cavity right there. That cavity is directly underneath this window. But cut that, turn an elbow into that cavity, and then set this stuff in that cavity where the water lines and everything else will all be inside, and maybe just a small elbow would actually be what's coming out of the wall that would still be inside behind the washer and dryer, but it's not going to add another full thickness of everything. So the reason I say that is if you come right here from the end, this is a 3-inch panel and a 60-inch, so 63 inches is my total. 33 inches, 1.5 inches is where the actual dryer is going to be sitting at, okay? So if you look, this will still be somewhat behind the washing machine if we actually move this to the inset of that wall. This could just simply slide back. It's plenty inside of that. This could simply just slide back, and this whole wall then, this whole piece here could go away. Now, the other problem I've got is that we have drawn this to where this leg is 41 inches tall, this leg is 41 inches tall, and the countertop that comes across here is leaving it exactly 1 inch above the washer and dryer that's being put underneath it. So there's a countertop that spans that. When we start looking at this is 40 inches off the floor to the top of this. So if someone was to come in here and actually cut the rim of this off with an oscillating tool to get as flush as you can to the top and bring this thing down, that's maybe one way you could fix it. But the best thing, in our opinion, is to put it in that opening and not have to have it sticking out and taking up floor space. The electrician said everything, like I said, there's plenty of wire here, can move back. Both of those can move back. But as far as that goes, this is getting tight. And as far as the length, because we have 69 inches of wall and 66 inches worth of cabinets, this wall is going to have to change to a 61 and a half inches. Let me write that on here. If we have to keep it, 61 and a half inches with sheetrock is the longest that this wall max can be, okay? And it has to start at that end flush with these cabinet line. This cabinet comes out past this, so it has to start here flush like it is. It all has to come off of this end. So 61.5 inches max is how long this wall can be for everything that I've got going on with the cabinets that have already been ordered to work correctly. Now, as far as everything else is working out just fine. Plumbing and stuff is getting moved. All that stuff is happening over in the other area. Let's go take a look in the pantry real quick. In the pantry area, just to reiterate, this is pulls for the under cabinet shelf here on the shelf side of the pantry. This is another pull for the other cabinet shelf. This shelf that you see right here, this shelf is going to have that unique lighting underneath it, that channel pop-in lighting we spoke with the Yvette, I think her name was. No, that was her. That's why I can't remember the lady that was helping with the design. But we spoke with her about this unique lighting that goes underneath these. It's in a channel. We need to get some more specs on what that material is, whether it's 110 volts or whether it is a low voltage lighting that goes there. From my understanding, it was 110 volts. The electrician has pulled 110 volt lighting wires for that, 14 gauge wires. But we want to make sure what we have for that. And then also, I don't have a source for that. You'll have to give me some information about what we're going to do for that one. Now, this comes to a termination here. Then there is a shelf that comes out past the end of the wall. It comes out from that upright, comes out this way, sticks out from the end of the wall, turns the corner on the wall, and goes partially back. The question today is that does this shelf that's sticking off past the end of the wall and partially here where the cooktop area, does that have a light under it? And does this one have a light under it? Since it's so high, I wouldn't think it would, because you're going to have your range hood here between them. But again, I don't have the answer to that. Does these two need to have electrical pulled for them? Also, electrician's saying that the specification on the cooktop, he needs to know what the amperage is for that one. And then also 15 inches plus another 15 inches of cabinet hanging past the end will require a plug to the left of the cooktop. It will require one. So we're thinking about maybe putting one here under that shelf, but that's going to be awful high. It's going to be up high if we do that. So we need to talk about whether or not we can put a plug there on the end, or right around the corner. In some place, there's going to have to be a plug to the left of the cooktop to meet code. And I know you wanted your granite backsplash here to have no plugs in it. So I believe that's it. Everything else, I've still got the plug pictures here. I've got all the stuff here on the job site. We found this one outside. We ain't got a hold of it. So if this is your island layout, front and back for the island, we went over the electrical for it. We also went over all of the under cabinet plugs and stuff for this, and the lights up above, switches for all the lights up above, and plus where the oven wire and everything for the oven wire needs to go. So I think we're in good shape. This is one better step forward for this. If you have any questions about this one, feel free to give me a call back at 423-650-1051. Have a great day.